Formula One is in chaos after Ferrari's 2026 front wing data reportedly leaked, sparking protests from rival teams and putting the FIA under unprecedented pressure. The paddock is buzzing, and no one knows exactly what the consequences will be. Insider reports suggest Ferrari's wing could dynamically adjust downforce and drag mid-lap, giving them a potential advantage that might redefine qualifying, race pace, and even early championship standings. Every rival team is scrambling to understand how to respond. Sources indicate Ferrari tested over 50 different wing configurations in secret simulations, experimenting with high downforce and low drag modes. But the full extent of these aerodynamic capabilities is still shrouded. Only a few inside the Scuderia know the complete picture. Later in the video, we'll reveal how this leak is sending shockwaves through the paddock, why the FIA is struggling to act, and what hidden strategies Ferrari might be keeping up its sleeve. The truth behind this front wing could change the 2026 season forever. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Ferrari's Project 678 has sent shockwaves through the Formula One paddock. According to sources, the leaked 2026 front wing data reveals a sophisticated hydraulic actuation system that allows real-time adjustment of downforce and drag. Rival teams, including Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren, have reportedly submitted formal protests to the FIA, questioning whether Ferrari's system falls within the regulatory framework. The leak has created a sense of urgency across the grid as competitors scramble to understand the implications of this technology and how it might affect early season competitiveness and race strategy. At the heart of the controversy is the wing's dual-mode capability. Insider reports suggest Ferrari has tested over 50 different configurations, incorporating a Mode Z for maximum downforce in corners and a Mode X for minimal drag on straights. This adaptability allows the car to dynamically optimize aerodynamic performance lap by lap. Rival engineers are racing to analyze these configurations, attempting to reverse engineer potential benefits and predict how the system could behave across various circuits, from tight street tracks to high-speed layouts. The FIA has come under intense scrutiny due to the delay in clarifying the legality of the wing. Teams are operating in a state of regulatory limbo, unsure how far they can push their own designs while Ferrari's system remains unchallenged. Historically, such ambiguity favors the team exploiting the gray area, and rivals now must balance aggressive aerodynamic innovation with the risk of sanctions. The uncertainty has transformed pre-season into a high-pressure environment where every technical decision carries both performance and regulatory weight. Ferrari's engineering approach to Project 678 appears unprecedented. Internal tests suggest that the wing interacts closely with the nose and underbody aerodynamics, providing an integrated system that could optimize airflow across the entire front section. This integration enhances both mechanical and aerodynamic efficiency, potentially offering better cornering stability and reduced tire wear. Rival teams are reportedly concerned that replicating such a system within the rules might be impossible without risking FIA intervention, adding further tension to pre-season development. Strategically, the leak has triggered widespread recalibration across rival garages. Engineers are reviewing suspension setups, adjusting aerodynamic maps, and recalculating tire strategies to anticipate Ferrari's potential advantage. Even minor inaccuracies in simulating the wing's behavior could translate into measurable lap time deficits. This defensive approach to development underscores how a single technical leak can shift the balance of preparation, turning routine preseason testing into a critical battle for early season parity. The psychological impact on drivers is profound. Knowledge that Ferrari may possess a hidden aerodynamic edge influences qualifying approaches, race pacing, and overtaking maneuvers. Drivers must mentally anticipate changes in car behavior that could result from the adaptive wing, adding cognitive strain to pre-season testing and simulator sessions. The pressure demonstrates that Formula One success depends not only on mechanical performance, but also on driver resilience, team coordination, and strategic foresight. Finally, the broader implications extend far beyond lap time gains. The FIA's ultimate ruling on Ferrari's front wing will likely set a precedent for movable aerodynamic devices, influencing development priorities, budgets, and technical strategies across all teams. Project 678 is not merely a car upgrade. It represents a gamble that tests both Ferrari's engineering audacity and the regulatory framework itself. The leak has created a high-stakes environment where preparation, intelligence gathering, and strategic anticipation are critical long before the first race lights go green. The leaked Ferrari 2026 front-wing data sent immediate shockwaves through the paddock, revealing an advanced hydraulic system capable of adjusting downforce and drag dynamically throughout a lap. Rival teams, including Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren, scrambled to understand the implications. According to insiders, even minor aerodynamic advantages could result in measurable lap time gains, giving Ferrari a significant edge in early season races. Engineers are reportedly running extensive simulations to reverse engineer the system, trying to predict how the wing might behave under varying circuit conditions and tire loads. At the core of the controversy is the dual-mode capability of the front wing, which allows for different operational configurations, high downforce for corners and low drag for straights. Rival teams are concerned that such a system may operate in a gray area of FIA regulations regarding movable aerodynamic devices. The uncertainty surrounding its exact performance means that teams must prepare for multiple scenarios, from a modest advantage to a potentially decisive performance boost. The preseason has transformed into a strategic chess game, where engineers and strategists race to anticipate Ferrari's moves without complete information. The leaked data also indicates that Ferrari conducted over 50 tests combining nose and wing configurations, optimizing airflow and underbody performance. This extensive experimentation suggests a highly adaptive system capable of maintaining consistent performance across different circuits. Rival teams are analyzing wind tunnel results, simulation models, and on-track tests to understand how best to respond. Some teams are reportedly considering defensive aerodynamic updates to mitigate Ferrari's potential gains, even before the FIA has issued a ruling on legality. The FIA's delayed response has amplified the tension. While protests have been formally submitted, no ruling has been communicated, leaving teams in regulatory limbo. Historically, delays in clarification have favored the team pushing the limits, as competitors hesitate to implement bold aerodynamic solutions without guidance. This uncertainty has forced rivals to adopt a defensive approach, focusing on risk management as much as performance optimization, recalibrating every decision in simulations, wind tunnel hours, and preseason testing. Psychological pressure is now a critical factor. Drivers must account for the possibility of hidden aerodynamic advantages affecting cornering behavior, straight line speed, and tire management. This added cognitive load impacts qualifying strategy, race pacing, and overtaking maneuvers. Engineers must support drivers not only with technical solutions, but also by preparing them mentally for scenarios where Ferrari's system may behave unpredictably, highlighting the intertwined nature of technical and psychological readiness in modern Formula One. Strategically, teams are reassessing preseason programs. Engineers are recalibrating aerodynamic maps, adjusting suspension setups, and reviewing tire allocation strategies to compensate for the possible advantage Ferrari might hold. Every wind tunnel session and computational simulation is scrutinized for clues about the hydraulic wing's function. Even small errors in prediction could translate into substantial lap time losses, creating a preseason environment where defensive preparation is as important as outright performance enhancement. Finally, the broader implications are significant. The FIA's eventual decision on the legality of Ferrari's front wing could set a precedent for movable aerodynamic devices, influencing development philosophies, budgets, and technical priorities across the grid. Project 678 represents not only an ambitious technical leap for Ferrari, but also a stress test for regulatory frameworks, competitive strategies, and paddock psychology. The leaked data has ensured that preseason activities now carry amplified consequences, making the period before the first race as high-stakes and dramatic as the races themselves. The real twist behind Ferrari's 2026 front-wing leak is the sheer scope of the potential advantage it might provide. Rival teams are now forced to operate under the assumption that Ferrari possesses a system capable of dynamically adjusting aerodynamic properties lap by lap, corners by corners. Engineers and strategists must recalibrate every simulation, wind tunnel program, and preseason test session to anticipate what the hydraulic system might deliver. The uncertainty itself is creating a psychological edge for Ferrari, as competitors struggle to prepare for a performance window that remains partially unknown, amplifying preseason tension to unprecedented levels. At the core of the twist is the dual-mode operation of Ferrari's wing, with Mode Z providing high downforce in technical corners and Mode X reducing drag on straights. While the FIA has yet to rule definitively on the system's legality, the capability to switch seamlessly between configurations could grant Ferrari a measurable performance advantage over all other teams. Competitors are now attempting to model worst-case scenarios, evaluating not just lap time impact, but also tire wear, fuel management, and energy deployment strategies. The uncertainty surrounding the system has transformed pre-season preparation into a high-stakes game of predictive engineering. The FIA's delayed response has intensified the drama further. Despite formal protests from multiple teams, no ruling has been issued, leaving competitors in a regulatory limbo. Historically, teams operating on the edge of compliance benefit from such ambiguity, as rivals hesitate to pursue aggressive aerodynamic innovations without confirmation of legality. This has forced teams to hedge their development strategies, weighing potential performance gains against the risk of sanctions, creating an environment in which every decision carries double the usual pre-season significance. From a tactical perspective, the leaked data has compelled rival teams to rethink the entirety of their pre-season plans. Engineers are recalibrating aerodynamic packages, reviewing suspension settings, and adjusting tire allocations to mitigate Ferrari's potential advantage. Even minor miscalculations in modeling the hydraulic wing's impact could result in measurable deficits on track. The leak has shifted the focus of pre-season testing from pure performance development to defensive preparation, requiring engineers to anticipate Ferrari's performance before it has even been confirmed in competitive conditions. Psychologically, drivers face a new level of pre-season pressure. The awareness that Ferrari may have a hidden performance edge affects qualifying tactics, race pacing, and overtaking strategy. Drivers must mentally prepare for variations in cornering and straight-line behavior caused by the adaptive wing system, adding a layer of cognitive strain that extends beyond traditional driving preparation. This illustrates that modern Formula One success relies not only on mechanical excellence, but also on psychological resilience and strategic anticipation. The regulatory and political dimension of this twist cannot be understated. The FIA's eventual ruling will likely set precedent for movable aerodynamic devices, impacting the entire grid's approach to 2026 and beyond. Rival teams are acutely aware that the decision could redefine development priorities, budget allocations, and technical strategies. The situation highlights the intricate interplay between technical innovation, regulatory interpretation, and competitive positioning, where every pre-season decision must now be considered in both performance and compliance terms. Finally, the broader ramifications extend well beyond pre-season. The leaked data ensures that the 2026 championship may be shaped as much by strategic intelligence, regulatory foresight, and psychological resilience as by raw car performance. Ferrari's potential hidden advantage, coupled with the FIA's delayed ruling, has turned the paddock into a high-stakes environment where anticipation, adaptive planning, and preemptive strategy dominate. The front wing leak guarantees that preparation, simulation, and early testing carry amplified consequences, setting the stage for a season where insight and adaptability may determine the ultimate competitive order.